Good morning, ladies. It's a pleasure to be here always with Claire Booth-Luce Policy Institute. I'm just honored to be one of their speakers. It's ironic that the expression war on women did not originate in Saudi Arabia. It was not held by signs in Tahrir Square during the Egyptian Revolution. We didn't see this, claim that there's a war on women in the parts of the world that women were really in a war to even survive, let alone have equal rights. But unfortunately, the expression war on women started right here in America, the only place on earth where women are safe and have equality. This is the place where I had to flee, and many other women, to have equality and respect. So it originated here in America, and it's a shame. So this war on women, let's examine and see if there is really a war on women in America, in the West. I find that there is no war on women, no bullets. Nobody was even during the suffrage movement. There was no war on women. I never saw strong opposition for women's equality. During the suffrage movement, there wasn't. In the 60s, actually, the women who started this movement, sexual revolution in the 60s, hardly had any opposition. And at that time, I was a teenager in Egypt. And I saw the feminist movement in America, and it was really amazing for us women in the Middle East to see it. And I thought, if we do the same thing, we'll have bloodshed on the street. And I was looking, and everybody adored these women. Gloria Steinem became a heroic figure, a legend, practically. She was honored by the media. Rarely any opposition. So what war on women are we talking about? None. There is no war on women in the West. This is a fictitious war that is designed by the far-left liberal feminist movement for votes, to scare women from voting conservative. Women who don't have time to research, who come from work, they have children, and they come and watch a few minutes of news, and they hear there's a war on women by the conservatives, and they say, oh no, we're not going to vote Republican. It's just being used as a tool to scare tactic without any basis. And it's very obvious. So right here in the West, there is no war on women. Let us see, where is the real war on women? In the Muslim world, this is where there is a war on women. And it's a genuine war on women for 1,400 years. It's an unwinnable war on women. As long as Islamic Sharia law is active, which is still active, they can never defy and stand like Western women and say, we want our freedom. Because if you rebel against Sharia, you are considered an apostate, and actually you get killed. Apostasy is considered, from Islam, is considered an attack on the state. To leave Islam is not just a choice of leaving a religion. Under Islam, to leave Islam, to be rebellious against Islamic law called Sharia, is equal to having done treason against the state. And that's why they kill people who live Islam. So being a Muslim is not really a personal relationship with God, like being a Christian. Being a Muslim is a forced contract on the person with the state to practice Islam against your will, whether you like it or not. To do a feminist movement and to reject the legal system that suppresses women is equal to rebelling against the state. So this is where the war on women really happens. Let's see the feminists in the West. Have they touched the topic of Islam? I can excuse them if they don't want to touch the Middle East, if they don't want to touch the state of affairs, oppression of women in the Middle East. I can understand that. It's far away. But what about Western women in Europe who are being raped by Islamic jihadists? This has become an epidemic in Europe. There are whole towns in the United Kingdom, in Northern Europe, in many areas of Europe where Western women are actually called infidels. They are okay to rape. And there are gangs, Islamic gangs, that are raping these young Western girls. And it's been going on for several years. And there was a cover-up, actually, in the United Kingdom for an Islamic gang group that was raping little girls, underage girls. For the city council covered it up. Where are the feminists? Where are Western feminists? Fine, don't defend women in the Middle East, but how come Western women who are being raped, underage Western girls being raped in Europe and in America? There's honor killing right here in America. Where are the feminists? No, they are busy. They are busy calling, like Michelle said, Republican women, they are not females. They are, they are not even women. So this is the tragedy that's in the West, that feminism has become discredited. They are no longer defending women. They have abdicated their role, their true role to defend women. They have sacrificed their own girls, girls who are being honor killed right here in America. There's honor killing right here in America. Whole villages in Europe where the British city council is ignoring Islamic rape of women. And where are the feminists? They are nowhere to be found.